Hello, friends, teachers, students. Yes, this is me, wet hair, sweatshirt, sitting on the floor and talking to you. Today, something's been on my mind. Of course, my daughter Sage, who is still in Vanuatu, and I have reached out to every avenue I know. I actually did an interview today with Channel 4, so that might be on tonight. I don't really know. I haven't heard back from the lady. But anyway, I got a letter from the White House today. And I guess the reason I'm sharing that with you is because persistence. Sometimes you have to keep going and keep going. And when someone says no, or when one door closes, you just have to look for the next possibility. And as a fierce mama bear, I will not stop until that girl is home. On a happy note, my daughter McKenna and her husband Tyler will be here tomorrow, so I'm happy about that. Along with all of this and everything that is going on, I have received a few emails or messages thanking me for communicating with you as my students, or thanking me for being in contact with you, whatever that looks like. And it has reminded me how important communication is. As a teacher, your honest, positive communication means the world to parents, and it will make the biggest difference in your career. I've been known to say that PR, public relations, being a good teacher is a lot of really positive PR. With my daughter Sage, I feel like I've had no communication at all from ILP, the company that she's over there with. From the very beginning, I kind of thought I might hear something, and I never did. And then last week, when all of this started happening, I emailed, I messaged, I called, and it took a few hours, even days, for them to reach out and get back with me. And that it made me feel frustrated. It made me feel like my concerns were not being listened to. And that probably was not the truth at all. But the reason I'm sharing that with you is because as the teacher, you have to communicate. You have to communicate effectively and honestly, and get your parents to believe that you care deeply about their children, and you will do whatever it takes to make sure they're safe and to make sure they are learning. That being said, a couple of tips. First of all, if you're doing like a one-on-one conference, a parent conference, or a text or a message specifically to one parent about their child, always start with positives. And my rule is 3 positives. So let's pretend I'm talking to a parent about a trouble situation. And the first 3 things I say to them are, oh, your kid isn't well behaved, they don't listen in class, and they're not reading very well. Automatically, I have turned them off. If I start that conversation with, oh, I am so pleased with the way that Johnny has brought his homework the last few days. I noticed yesterday that Johnny sat still at the rug, and that was so helpful for me. 3 positive praises before you get into the concerns. I remember I was a 2nd or 3rd year teacher, and I was meeting with a parent, and her daughter was really struggling in reading, and I did not know how to address it. And I said lots of positives, and then finally the mom said to me, what about her reading? I'm concerned about that. And that was a good lesson to me, that along with communicating and starting with something positive, be honest. If there is a problem, if they're struggling academically, socially, behavior-wise, be honest and tell the parent that. But just don't come right out of the gate with that. If you're communicating with the whole class or the whole group, make it brief, bullet points, very, very brief, so that parents will actually read it. Over the last week, I've gotten so many emails from my daughter's teachers, and some of them are too lengthy. I just kind of skim through and try to look for what's really important. If I'm getting, 10 emails a day, 5 from her teachers and 5 from students or whatever, I just want the most important points. So those things I would recommend to you for communicating. I miss you guys. I hope you're doing well. If any of you are sick or struggling in any way, please know I love you and I think about you all the time. And I have had a rough couple of days, and just knowing I have a lot of love and support is really helping me. So stay in and change the world from home today. Thanks so much, you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.